Hello, welcome back to a new Unreal Engine video. Today, I wanted to take a look at doing some slicing and dicing ninja style. And so that's what we're going to do today. So to get started, we'll have to adjust something here for our meshes. Now for our meshes, what we're going to need to do is we're going to actually have to set up to allow CPU access, first thing. Basically, this means we generate procedural meshes at runtime, and that's basically all the prerequisites that you need to know. Now what we're going to do is we're going to create a slice data interface for a sliceable and then the actual sliceable actor itself. Now the slice data here will hold a start position, an end position, and a procedural mesh. For our sliceable interface, this will have our as that returns the sliceable object. It will have our slice, which takes in a procedural mesh, position, and a normal. And for our actual object, I have it actually open right here. Now for our object, we need to just set up some things here for our procedural mesh. So we have a regular actor with a procedural mesh on it. And so we're going to need to just set up a few things here. You'll have to make sure this complex as simple as unchecked because we are generating our own collisions, and that's basically what this means. So how do we actually convert a static mesh to a procedural mesh, basic is what we're going to be doing. So we have a variable here that has this cube that we allowed CPU access so we can generate procedural meshes off of it. Now, to convert it from that, we'll need to do this get section by static mesh. And then for the procedural mesh, we do create mesh sections and then we just pass it in all the data. So we just copy it all to a procedural mesh. We'll set up some collision here and then we'll set up the material. And that's pretty much it. You should be able to see it right in the viewport then for that. Now for the slice, we have the as sliceable, which is just going to return yourself. Now for the slice, we'll take in that procedural mesh and we'll slice it with the position and the normal. We'll create the other half and then we'll use this last section for the cap. You can set this to new section, which will set it to a new material if you want that. And then we'll take that output and we'll send it to the setup slice. And then we'll also send this procedural mesh to the setup slice. And what the setup slice does is it regenerates the collision here and then sets up the physics. And that's all. And you can do some more stuff here if you have it. That should be all for slicing now, because there's nothing else here. That's it. Just one slice and you're good to go. Now, in order to slice it, this is a first person project. So we have a regular weapon component here. The weapon component here, it has like the shoot command, but it has all this other stuff here associated with it, you know. So what do we do here? We need two actions. So we're going to be doing something similar to how we did the grappling hook, where we have the targeting and then we have the point gathering is what I call it. So for the targeting here, we're going to do a set with notify actually here instead of a flip flop. And we'll do all of our flip flop checkings on this on rep here. So if it is targeting, it will set the global time dilation similar to the grappling hook and then reset it on false. And we'll go over with this slice cache in a second here. So the target, this will flip flop our targeting and you just set that up as a key press wherever you want your targeting to be. So now similar to the grappling hook, we'll do check to see if we're targeting. We'll do a line trace from the camera checking for physics bodies. Now the sliceable object does have its collision here set up to be a physics body, here physics actor, and it is set to a physics body, so that's what we'll be scanning for. For our object types, we'll ignore ourself, and of course you got this trace link to determine however long you want to shoot the ray out for. Now here we have something special that we're going to be using just over here. Now this is just the direction, basically taking the endpoint, subtracting the start point here, and then normalizing it so we get 1 unit in the direction that we're actually looking. Now, if we have a hit off of this, what we'll do is we will check to see if it is as sliceable. And if it's valid, basically meaning if it implements the interface, it will return a value. So if it has the value and we have a location here, we're going to make this slice data structure that's going to take in the location, which is the start position, of course. And then we're going to add this normalized vector to that location so we get like a 1 unit calculation for the end position. And then for the hit component here, we're just going to cast that to, we're just going to do a pure cast here to the procedural mesh. Since it should always have a procedural mesh if it's one of the sliceable actors here. So, and then this will just add it to the slice cache, which is a array of slice data structures that we had here. And so we'll just do a point gathering here. Now, once we're done targeting and we want to now do something with that cache, we'll take that cache and we'll loop through it. At the end, we'll just clear it out, of course, because it's just a cache. We do have a local variable here, previous slice data. So what this is going to do is just going to hold the previous index of this. And that's what's going to happen here. So we're going to get the array index. We'll add 1, modulo it by 2. And then if it equals 0, we'll do some point calculations. If it's not, it will just save that to that previous slice. So this will, every 2 values, it will generate a plane to cut our object with. And that's basically what this is going to do. And so in order to cut it now, so if we have 2 points that we in the cache and we want to just cut it, we'll take that previous slice data. And here is a little bit of a fun math for you. We're doing cross producting. So this is effectively going to take the start position here, the previous slice data start position, and it's actually going to be, this is going to be the start and end position here and here. So we're basically creating a triangle, and then we're cross producting. And so this is going to give us the normal for our slice. And for our center, it's just going to be add them all up and divide by 4. And what all we have to do now is take this, the first index, and then we'll slice it there. We'll slice. We'll use the get owner here, since this will be, the procedural mesh will be always a sliceable thing. We'll just use the interface here, and we'll just slice it, and we'll slice it at that procedural mesh with the position and the normal. And that is pretty much it. So that is how we are going to calculate our slice plane. Now, if we see this in action, let's see if we convert over here and we jump in. We're in. We activate targeting. We'll see targeting is true. I'm trying to move, but we're not. We're moving super slow. So if I gather point, and end targeting, bam, sliced in half. Now if we start targeting again, slice, sliced. Now if we want to go and be some ninja style, let's see. Now, of course, remember, this takes in powers of, or increments of 2. So make sure that your points are all increments in 2. Or it just won't perfectly calculate. Now you can always just modify the logic as you see, but it always is power in 2, and then retarget it. Now end targeting, boom, ninja time. Look at that, fun stuffs, awesome. Let's throw some of these cubes in the air and see what happens, because we have time dilation active. So let's see, we'll do a little bit more fun here. And we'll toss some cubes in the air, and we'll do it with time dilation. So I hope you don't mind if I just do this a bit, toss this up. Oh, if we're doing it time dilation, we probably should want to put this closer, right? And then probably jump in like that, and then F time dilation. And then I'm just gonna click a bunch, honestly. And then if it works, it works. I'm just going to click a bunch and click a bunch and click a bunch, and we're still time dilated, and now end time dilation will get sent on. That one not registered? Oh, I must have missed it because that one's like clipped. Yeah, I don't know. That one got clipped. Yeah, send them. Sometimes, yeah, it's not perfect. I don't, maybe a bit more fine tuning. Let's try that again. Let's see. Stop time dilation. Let's see. See if we can try and cut these again in midair. Hopefully it works. Hopefully, and then end time dilation. And then, yeah. Oh, I know why it's not working, because it's technically counting the points. The boxes are falling, so it's not actually counting the... It takes the points. The world points aren't the calculation. So we actually have to cut faster. You actually have to cut faster if you want the boxes to be cut in midair. Or set like the time dilation to 0 or something. But yeah, so it's calculated via a plane. So if we hit the bottom of all the boxes, if we quick enough, yeah, they should get chopped right up. Well, I hope you guys found that helpful, and I hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you in the next one.